Deep within the rainforests of Central Africa lies the Dja Faunal Reserve, a hidden world teeming with life. Located in southeastern Cameroon, this vast area remains untouched by modern development. The reserve, part of the Congo Basin, is crucial for regulating the planet's climate. Accessible by rivers and rudimentary roads, the journey to Dja is an adventure into Africa's last great wilderness. For those who make the journey, the rewards are immeasurable. The Dja Faunal Reserve, established in 1950, spans over 550,000 hectares of pristine rainforest. Defined by the Dja River, the reserve is home to towering trees, over 1,500 plant species, and a diverse array of animals. Mammals like forest elephants, gorillas, and leopards roam freely, while the skies are filled with vibrant bird species. The Dja Reserve exemplifies the incredible diversity of life thriving undisturbed. In 1987, the Dja Faunal Reserve was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, highlighting its global significance. This recognition brought international support, bolstering conservation efforts. Despite its protected status, the reserve faces challenges like poaching and illegal logging. The Dja Reserve stands as a beacon of hope, showcasing the power of conservation and international cooperation. Dawn breaks over the Dja Faunal Reserve, awakening the forest with a symphony of sounds. Towering trees, some hundreds of years old, stretch towards the sky, adorned with epiphytes and orchids. The Dja River, the reserve's lifeblood, teems with fish and supports a myriad of species. Over 1,500 plant species and countless animals thrive in this biodiverse paradise. The Dja is a testament to nature's power to create and sustain life. Forest elephants, with their distinctive straight tusks, are among the Dja's most iconic inhabitants. These gentle giants play a vital role in the ecosystem, creating clearings and dispersing seeds. The elusive bongo, with its striking coat and spiraled horns, also roams the forest. Leopards, stealthy predators, maintain the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The Dja's diverse inhabitants highlight the forest's rich biodiversity. The Dja Faunal Reserve is renowned for its rich diversity of primates. Black and white colobus monkeys swing through the canopy, while chimpanzees forage on the forest floor. Guenons, with their bright colors and distinctive markings, add splashes of color to the forest. The presence of such diverse primates signifies the health of the Dja's ecosystem. The Dja Faunal Reserve reflects Cameroon's long-standing tradition of conservation. Indigenous peoples have coexisted with the forest for centuries, shaping its conservation ethos. Established as a protected area in 1950, the reserve has benefited from international support and local community involvement. These collaborations have advanced our understanding of the reserve's biodiversity. The active participation of local communities is crucial for the Dja's protection. The Dja Faunal Reserve holds immense cultural significance for the indigenous Baka people. Their traditional knowledge and sustainable practices have preserved the forest for generations. The Baka's understanding of the forest has been invaluable to researchers and conservationists. Empowering these communities is essential for the long-term preservation of the Dja. In 1987, the Dja Faunal Reserve was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This designation brought increased support and international attention, bolstering conservation efforts. The reserve's status attracts tourists and researchers, contributing to the local economy. The Dja Faunal Reserve symbolizes global conservation efforts and the power of collective action. The Dja Faunal Reserve requires constant vigilance and dedicated efforts to safeguard its future. Park rangers patrol the reserve, combating poaching and illegal logging. Technology, like satellite imagery and camera traps, aids in monitoring and research. Education and awareness initiatives foster stewardship among local communities. Despite conservation efforts, the Dja Faunal Reserve faces threats from poaching and illegal logging. Poaching endangers iconic species like elephants and gorillas, while illegal logging degrades the forest. Combating these threats requires increased law enforcement and sustainable forest management. Addressing the root causes of these activities is crucial for the Dja's future. While poaching and illegal logging pose immediate threats to the Dja Faunal Reserve, the reserve also faces long-term challenges from increasing human pressures on its periphery. As populations grow and economic development expands, the boundaries between the reserve and surrounding communities become increasingly blurred, leading to conflicts over land use and resource management. Agricultural expansion, driven by the need for food security and economic opportunities, often encroaches upon the reserve's buffer zones, clearing forests for farmland and fragmenting vital wildlife habitats. This encroachment not only reduces the amount of suitable habitat available for wildlife, but also increases the risk of human-wildlife conflict, as animals are forced to forage closer to human settlements. Mining activities, attracted by the presence of valuable minerals in the region, also pose a potential threat to the Dja's ecosystems. Mining operations can contaminate water sources, disrupt wildlife corridors, and lead to deforestation, degrading the very ecosystems that the reserve was established to protect. Balancing the needs of local communities with the imperative of conservation requires careful planning, equitable resource governance, and alternative livelihood opportunities that reduce pressure on the reserve's resources. By promoting sustainable development models that prioritize both human well-being and ecological integrity, we can create a future where communities and the Dja can thrive together. The Dja Faunal Reserve stands at a crossroads, its future inextricably linked to our ability to reconcile the needs of humanity with the imperative of conservation. Preserving this natural treasure for future generations requires a paradigm shift, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of social, economic, and environmental well-being. Empowering local communities to become stewards of their own natural heritage is paramount to the Dja's long-term survival. Supporting community-based conservation initiatives, recognizing traditional knowledge systems, and ensuring equitable access to resources are essential for fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility among those who live closest to the reserve. Promoting sustainable tourism, carefully managed to minimize its ecological footprint, can provide economic alternatives for communities while raising awareness about the importance of conservation. By showcasing the Dja's wonders to the world, we can generate support for its protection and inspire future generations of conservationists. Ultimately, the future of the Dja Faunal Reserve rests on our collective commitment to forging a new relationship with nature, one based on respect, reciprocity, and the understanding that our own well-being is inextricably linked to the health of the planet's ecosystems. By working together, we can ensure that the Dja's Symphony of Life continues to resonate for generations to come. A call to conscience, protecting our natural heritage. The Dja Faunal Reserve stands as a powerful testament to the irreplaceable beauty and biodiversity of our planet. Its verdant forests, teeming with life, remind us of the intricate web of life that sustains us all. Yet, this natural treasure faces challenges that threaten its existence. Poaching, illegal logging, and human development cast a shadow over the Dja's future. The fate of the Dja is in our hands. Our decisions today will determine if this wonder inspires future generations or fades away. We must act now to safeguard this irreplaceable heritage. This is a moral imperative, we have a responsibility to protect the natural world for all species. The Dja represents a critical test of our commitment to conservation. The challenges are daunting, but we must not despair. The Dja's story is not yet fully written. There is still time to change course. We must recognize that we are an integral part of nature. The power of one making a difference for Dja. The challenges facing the Dja Faunal Reserve can feel overwhelming. Poaching, deforestation, and climate change seem insurmountable. But small actions, multiplied by millions, create positive change. Each of us can make a difference for Dja, regardless of our circumstances. Become a conscious consumer to support the Dja Faunal Reserve. Choose sustainably harvested wood and avoid products from endangered species. Spread awareness about the Dja and its threats. Support conservation efforts through donations, volunteering, or spreading the word. Education is key. Learn and share knowledge about the Dja Faunal Reserve. Investing in our future, supporting conservation efforts. Protecting a natural treasure like the Dja Faunal Reserve requires sustained effort and investment. The challenges are complex, requiring a multifaceted approach that addresses the root causes of deforestation, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict. This is where our support for conservation organizations working on the ground becomes paramount. Numerous organizations, both local and international, are dedicated to safeguarding the Dja's future. These organizations work tirelessly to combat poaching, promote sustainable livelihoods for communities living around the reserve, and conduct vital research to inform conservation strategies. By supporting these organizations financially, we can directly contribute to their efforts and help ensure that they have the resources they need to continue their vital work. Investing in ecotourism initiatives that benefit both local communities and conservation efforts is another way to support the Dja. Responsible ecotourism, carefully managed to minimize its impact on the environment, can provide a sustainable source of income for communities while raising awareness about the importance of conservation. By choosing to visit the Dja responsibly, we can contribute to its protection while experiencing its wonders firsthand. Advocating for stronger environmental policies and holding our leaders accountable for their environmental records is crucial for long-term conservation success. By engaging in political processes, supporting candidates who prioritize environmental protection, and speaking out against policies that threaten our planet's natural heritage, we can help create a more supportive environment for conservation efforts. A shared responsibility, safeguarding Dja for generations to come. The Dja Faunal Reserve is not just a place on a map. It is a symbol of our interconnectedness with the natural world and a testament to the power of collective action. Its fate is inextricably linked to our own, a stark reminder that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. Safeguarding the Dja for generations to come is not just a task for conservationists or governments. It is a shared responsibility that falls upon each and every one of us. Let our actions be guided by a sense of urgency, a recognition that the time for complacency is long gone. Let us embrace the power we hold as individuals to make a difference, no matter how small it may seem. Let us support the organizations working tirelessly to protect the Dja, advocate for stronger environmental policies, and inspire others to join us in this vital endeavor. The Dja Faunal Reserve, with its breathtaking beauty, its astonishing biodiversity, and its profound cultural significance, is a gift, a legacy we must pass on to future generations. Let us honor this gift by becoming its guardians, its stewards, its voice. Let us work together to ensure that the Dja's Symphony of Life continues to resonate for all time.